ValveTime.net.
Hi, and welcome to the ValveTime News. Each week, we'll bring you the biggest talking points regarding Valve and the community. Now, the news. Valve continued to discuss their upcoming hardware projects this past week with a focus on providing more details regarding the Steam Machine and Steam controller devices. On Friday of this week, Jeff Bellinghausen, one of Valve's hardware engineers, released a new video demonstrating how the Steam controller and its legacy mode can be used to accurately replicate the precise controls of a mouse and keyboard in games such as Portal 2, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Papers, Please, and Civilization V. The controller's ability to mimic the speed and precision of a mouse is demonstrated most heavily with CSGO, as Jeff manages to successfully run the game's training course in around 43 seconds, which isn't half bad. Following this, Jeff manages to show off the one-to-one nature of the dual trackpads with Papers, Please, as he shows how easy it is to quickly scan across a screen with the mouse cursor without any loss of accuracy. While we're pretty sure everyone would love to get their hands on one, this video will more likely help to further convince people that the Steam controller isn't the gimmicky device that it may have appeared to be when it was first announced. Following the reveal of the Steam Machine's prototype technical specification several weeks ago, many users began to believe that Valve was planning to exclusively use Nvidia graphics cards for the Steam Machines, something which has recently been disproven by Doug Lombardi, Valve's VP of Marketing. While talking to Forbes, Doug confirmed that only the prototype models will be restricted to using Nvidia graphics cards, mentioning that in 2014 there will be Steam Machines commercially available with graphics hardware made by AMD, Nvidia, and Intel. Valve has worked closely together with all three of these companies on optimizing their hardware for SteamOS. Even though this recent update has helped to shine a little more light on the Steam Machines project, there is still so much we've yet to learn about Valve's upcoming hardware. But at least enthusiasts can rest easy knowing they will soon be able to choose their starting hardware configuration when Steam Machines are officially released sometime in 2014. A press release from Valve on Thursday of this week revealed Steam Dev Days, a 2-day industry event set to take place in Seattle at the Washington State Convention Center in 2014 between January 15th and 16th. The convention is designed to allow video game professionals to meet in a relaxed, off-the-record environment and to share their design and industry expertise. A number of lectures and roundtable discussions set to take place revolve around the topics of virtual reality, user-generated content, and OpenGL, to name a few. The event will also give attendees a chance to test drive and provide feedback on SteamOS, prototype Steam Machines, and Steam controllers, effectively helping to benefit both Valve and third-party developers. Unfortunately for pretty much all of us, the Steam Dev Days are a limited invite-only event, as only game developers and designers will be permitted to attend, barring both the media and the public from this off-the-record conference. Nevertheless, we'll keep you up to date if we learn more about this interesting new industry event. A new update arrived for Counter-Strike Global Offensive earlier this week, introducing a new Watch menu, a number of weapon balance changes, bug fixes, and more. The Watch menu, shown here, functions similarly to Dota 2's Spectator menu by highlighting a number of live, in-progress matches involving highly skilled players. A new feature known as the GoTV Theater has also been introduced, allowing spectators to watch top live games one after another, essentially functioning as a playlist of sorts. For more information about the weapon balances and gameplay fixes implemented with this week's CSGO patch, be sure to check out the official changelog and the announcement blog post over on the Counter-Strike website. Cyborg Matt has also delved into the update with a recent patch analysis, so you may want to check out his blog for a closer look at some potentially upcoming features. Fans anxiously awaiting the release of the Stanley Parable can now rest easy, as the team over at Galactic Cafe finally came forwards with a definitive release date earlier this week. The Stanley Parable, which was previously known as the Stanley Parable HD Remix, is set to be released on Steam on October 17, 2013. And while you unfortunately can't pre-purchase the game ahead of the release date, the team have released a 25-minute standalone demonstration designed to establish the game's tone and design ahead of the release next Thursday. The standalone demonstration features no content from the main game and is available now on the Steam store page as a free download. We highly recommend checking it out firsthand, as watching a YouTube Let's Player experience the Stanley Parable just isn't the same. However, if you have already had a chance to play the demo, we highly recommend checking out the recent Rev3 Games Stanley Parable livestream, which is now archived on their YouTube channel. Let's just say Revision 3's Anthony Carboni worked with Stanley Parable's lead writer David Redden to cook up something rather special for Adam Sessler, and is definitely worth the watch. Not to mention, our lead writer Nick had a bit of a nerdy fanboy moment when Anthony read out one of his comments during the live stream.
Nick Blackburn says that in the despair booth, playing a demo is one of the messages.
Secret.
If you enjoyed last week's Half-Life themed fan film Raise the Bar and you're just aching for even more great live action content, then you will probably want to check out Portal Survive, a new 7-minute short released on the Colin and Connor YouTube channel early last week. The channel was previously known for the creation of the extremely popular live action Left 4 Dead movie released throughout 2012. Set towards the conclusion of the first Portal game, this new short explores a number of key narrative moments from the series, including Shell's escape, the fall of Aperture, GLaDOS' awakening, and Ratman's revenge. While we're talking about Portal and videos, you may remember on last week's show when we mentioned that this past Thursday, October the 10th, 2013, marked the 6th anniversary since the release of the Orange Box. To celebrate the birthday of Portal, Team Fortress 2, and Half-Life 2 Episode 2, we decided to launch a new series known as A Minute With, which we used to spend 60 seconds highlighting some of our favorite moments, gameplay, and sequences from Valve's expansive gameplay library. In the pilot episode, we spend a minute looking back at Half-Life 2 Episode 2, which continues to stand as the most modern Half-Life title. Fun fact, the 6-year break since the release of Episode 2 means we are now experiencing the longest break from the main Half-Life series since it began in 1998. That is, as long as you don't count the Gearbox expansions. The difference between Half-Life and Half-Life 2 was also around 6 years, give or take about 3 days. Links to both the Portal Survive short and our own A Minute With pilot will be available in the video description alongside useful links you can use to explore all the other topics we talked about this week, including a number of full write-ups on ValveTime.net, some announcement blog posts, and much more. That brings us to the end of another week of Valve news. Don't forget to subscribe to support us and to stay up to date with all the latest Valve and community news. Our Dota 2 announcer pack submission on the Steam Workshop is hovering around 1,300 votes, and we're extremely grateful to everyone who has voted so far. If you haven't yet rated the announcer pack, what are you waiting for? Head on over to the Steam Workshop submission via a link in the video description and rate us positively. Thanks for the support, thanks for watching, and bye for now.